All right, today we're going to be talking about hypergamy and entanglements. Now, the point of me doing this lecture is to break down hypergamy, and we're going to break down entanglements. And what I am doing this for is to show you that that's where relationships are going. They're going into hypergamy entanglements. That's exactly what dating is like nowadays. If you put both of these words together, to me, that's the ultimate phase that we're in between man and woman. All right? Oh man, come on, let's go. Where's my neck? There we go. Now we're gonna break down now what's the difference between hypergamy and entanglements. All right, because there is a difference. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. First, entanglements. All right, entanglements are complicated, compromising relationships. All right, pretty much we're sleeping around, but we're not claiming each other to be anything. That's what an entanglement is. It's pretty much confusion. 9 times out of 10, that girl that you don't really want to be in a relationship with, but you can like get sex. Every guy has had this, all right, where you're like, well, we ain't nothing, we just sleeping together. That's an entanglement, all right? Typically in an entanglement, one is always liking the other. One is just being used. To sum it up, it's a sexual attraction, all right? It's where both parties are sexually connected to each other, right? But may not want to go far as a marriage, may not want to go far as a relationship. So it turns into sex where they're battling each other's emotions. That's how come you have the complicated, compromising relationship, which means that a lot of marriages that are open marriages are entanglements. A lot of women who are baby moms and they just broke up with their baby dads, but they don't ain't looking for a serious relationship, they get in entanglements. See, entanglements allows her to have another side dude that she messed with, but still deal with her baby dad whenever he wants sex too, or whenever there's no side dudes to go to. Those are entanglements, and those are the standard entanglements that we see day to day. Next, hypergamy. All right? When you get to hypergamy, this is the definition. It's a woman marrying a man for higher status. All right? This breaks down why you would typically see like a pretty girl married to a man that's kind of out of her league, or you may see a younger woman married to an older rich guy. Okay, that's hypergamy, when they're just marrying for the status. All right, they're marrying because they're going to look better. That's why a lot of women would like to marry a doctor. You know, I want to marry a doctor to say that I married a doctor and he's known for making a lot of money. You know, athletes, majority of the women that are backstage and coming for them are practicing hypergamy. They're trying to get pregnant to higher their status, higher their lifestyle. All right. Now, it's typically marrying. You have to understand that. It's marrying to get to another level. And I feel like the marrying part is where things are getting ready to change. So now we know entanglements, and you also know hypergamy. Next, why will hypergamy entanglements become the normal? All right, that's the whole point of this lecture. This lecture is to show you that this is going to be a standard way of dating going into the new world. The old way of dating is out. And the reason why the old way of dating is out is strictly because women are not even looking their best. Most women have hit a wall when it came to looking their best. And the reason why they have hit the wall when it came to looking their best is because now society is set up to accept a woman no matter what she looks like. And women are fully convinced that if they're not pretty enough for a man, then it's okay for them to experiment with a woman. All right? But today we're going to break down how does hypergamy and entanglements go together? All right. They're going together because women are pretty much only going to want to sleep with the guy of value. Let's get going. First, marriage rates are decreasing. All right. I think we're at now, 75% of marriages are failing. Divorce rates are really high. So with marriage decreasing itself, that cancels out a woman actually getting married to a man for higher status. What they're doing entrapments. Like, you could get that from like Meek Mill. Rapper Meek Mill just announced a breakup with his girlfriend that he never married, right? And they just had a baby, 2-3 months ago. Okay, that's a hypergamy entanglement where they were not married, but she was with him because she had money. But then again, they were never in love. See, the entanglement is just a desire. It's when one is just desiring the other. That's how come it's complicated. What happened with Meek Mills is that he got to such a height of his career when he when he got trapped by having a kid with her. He was forced into marriage. The reason why he was forced into marriage is because when you became a socialite and you became from a regular star that was locked up in jail to a superstar, now they say you make more money if you have a child, if you get married, if you just play the role of a nice guy. They make you play these fairy tale roles when you're celebrities. But unfortunately, women nowadays, especially ones practicing hypergamy, they don't want to play. They're not in it to play the Hollywood game. That's what Meek Mills is realizing now. The girl he with is not playing the Hollywood game. She got pregnant. She had the kid. She says, okay, I'm done here. My paycheck is there. I'm going to let him go play Twitter fingers. I'm going to let him travel every other day. I'm going to let him be gone for weeks at a time. That's what's happening. She done had the baby. She got the money. Now she ready to live her life because he has to get on the road and disappear for weeks and months at a time. She ain't with that. The love for them dies off. And this happens in celebrity relationships, right? So you're seeing it in day-to-day life is that women nowadays ain't getting married. They're just trying to turn on the sexy to the guy who has the money and taking a chance of getting pregnant. Next. People are confused about love, right? So with people being confused about love, they don't actually know what it feels like. If you try to sit down and date a woman now, or even try to be in a relationship, all these relationships are like interviews. You know too much and she know too much. Everybody is over analyzing the situation. So it breaks it down to this. Both parties are scared of getting in too deep, men and women, but you still have sexual desires, but you still don't want to look like you're going backwards. So what women are doing, they're just like, all right, I'm okay if we just have sex. I'm okay if we do that. And then I'm going to go out and get my money because I may like him, but I can't show him. So it's the guy the same way. He's like, I may like her, but I can't show it all the way because I'm actually scared of what can actually happen in this situation. So what does that do? That forces people into entanglements. Entanglements allow people to put one foot in and one foot out. You can act like you're in love, but walk away when things don't work out the way you want it to work out. That's what an entanglement is. So due to the fact that people are not getting married as much and people are confused about relationships, but they still have sexual desires, they're now having sex with whatever person they think will up their status. You know how many women are proud to say, you know what? I slept with Drake and then he kicked me out of the trailer. But just for them to tell that increases their status. They think so. A lot of these girls are groupies to one guy, but then they go home and make the beta male work for it. That's what you see a lot of. Next, men are spending less money on women. All right? Let's keep it honest here. Let's keep it real and let's keep it funky. Men are spending less money on women. You're not going on dates. And if you are going out with a woman, you ain't doing $200-300 restaurants. You ain't planning trips with women. Guys aren't buying flowers no more. Guys are not going head over heels to impress a woman any more than what they used to do. And what does that do? That slows down oh man, hold on. I gotta get some water. With men not spending that much money on women, that slows down the hypergamy. That keeps them from actually getting too attached to the woman. And that's the part that's going to really play into the entanglement part. It's the simple fact that men are not even willing to get married to allow a woman to marry into that. They're spending more money on themselves. Guys are getting better credit. Guys are spending money on the cars they want. They're spending money on the houses they want. Or you got a lot of guys that just enjoy watching their bank account go. And then you have a lot of guys in today's time, they're picking up new hustles. All right? So you have a lot of guys that are in their purpose now because they got to do it. And they're not wasting time trying to win a woman over, especially with spending money on her. All right, what are my slides? All right, next, prostitution and OnlyFans accounts. Let's bring that up. Prostitution and OnlyFans accounts. All right, this right here keeps women from the hypergamy because there's no marriages. See, women's brains have changed. Most of them are not looking to be a leech onto a man no more. They just need a man for sex. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what women are doing. They only need a man for sex. But for money, oh, they definitely messing with the guy with the money. And if she can't get the money out of a guy who has money by trapping him, then she'll run to her OnlyFans account. All she got to do on there is show her feet, show her nipples. She could show the minimum body parts and still make a living. You have a lot of women that are doing that now. They just building up OnlyFans accounts, walking around, taking pictures, and they're making money. What does this do? This keeps a woman from needing a man because she has her own money. But even though she has her own money, she still want to mess with the guy who has more than her. Right? Let's go to the next one. Next. Women have the I don't need a man attitude. All right? That plays back into the we're equal now. So what does that do? That starts to eliminate hypergamy because women feel equal to men. So actually, in a lot of women cases, if they are with a man who makes more than them, then they won't even be with him. They'll only be with guys that make less than them. And you will see a lot of that in black women. Black women love dating a black dude down on his luck. They love dating a broken man, especially when they get older. They love that because it gives them power. So women are expecting hypergamy to actually work in men. They're hoping a man wants them because they're successful. A man wants me because I have a college degree. A man wants me because I work all the time and I'm a supervisor. But typically it doesn't work that way. You don't have too many men that are going to marry a woman because she has a lot of money. They would use her, but you're going to have less men that actually marries them.